Hello, I'm Ninja Greg, and you're watching the Ninja Greg Show. Well, last week I talked about the Nickelodeon game shows that I really liked to watch when I was a kid, so I'm going to tackle some of the Nicktoons. Now, I'm not going to tackle the Nicktoons that were on during the same time as some of the game shows I mentioned last week, because, well, the Nostalgia Critic already nailed that, so this time I'm going to talk about the Nickelodeon Nicktoons Second Wave, or what I call the Nicktoons Second Wave. I already talked about a little bit about SpongeBob SquarePants when I talked about cartoons of yesterday and today, and how I said in its early seasons it really was good and quite enjoyable and very funny. And and Steve Hillenburg himself even said that the show was kind of meant to end with when the first movie did, along with the first movie, which is what I consider the length of anything considerably good after for SpongeBob. But yeah, I liked it during the from the first season up all the way up to the first movie. So, but sadly, SpongeBob, although still going on, it's just not the same as it was when it first got started. Now, another show from the Nicktoons second wave would be The Fairly Odd Parents, and let me just clarify, when I say second wave, I mean the shows that came on in the late 90s, early 2000s. Now, I did like Fairly Odd Parents, and I watched a lot of it, and I think it kind of suffered from the same fate SpongeBob did. It's still on, kind of oversaturated by this point, and all the really good stuff kind of stopped after a particular movie. And I don't know what the proper title for the Fairly Odd Parents movie is, but it's the one where Timmy gets a special anniversary muffin that will grant any wish, regardless if it goes against the rules or not. And that was a really great movie. I really liked it. I liked the humor, the drama, all the stuff they did in the movie. It was good. It was enjoyable. And there's a particular episode I have in mind, but I'm not sure if it's post or pre that movie, but it was the Big Superhero Wish, and I really liked that movie. So yeah, comedy wise, it was pretty up there with SpongeBob. Now let's get into some of the more action oriented Nicktoons of the second wave. Two of the greatest shows I never saw. Well, I call them the greatest shows I never saw because I never saw them all the way through from beginning to end, but I did see the episodes, and the episodes I did see I really liked. First, Avatar The Last Airbender. Do I really need to say what makes this show awesome? I mean, even Doug Walker himself just complimented the show on absolutely everything it did. The art style, the acting, the whatnots, you name it, he complimented it. And he had several videos dedicated to Avatar. This is a guy who grew up my generation, probably used to a little bit sillier stuff like Ninja Turtles and He-Man and Thundercats and all that, and he absolutely loved something that came out in the late 90s, early 2000s. Well, I just goes to show you, any show can reach anybody. And another show that I really liked that came out around that same time, kind of the same kind of vein. It's a show I happen to have right here, Danny Phantom. Now, this is the complete series, and this is not a promotional thing. Nickelodeon did not ask me to do this. I'm doing this because, well, I wanted to do it, and I went out and I bought the DVD myself. Now, now this show was really great because it had something kind of unique in the sense that it incorporated action and humor and even a little bit of drama here and there. And the only really complaint I have about it is it ran kind of short, lasting 3 seasons, 52 episodes, and I don't know exactly why it stopped, but I think I heard somewhere that the producer, Butch Hartman, kind of went a little over budget. Whoops. But despite how short it is, it really does have a good, satisfying ending, and Rewatching all these old episodes, I gotta say, I was a little bit concerned about that. I was just flipping through the DVDs. It's like, okay, okay, another DVD down, another disc down. Okay, I'm almost at the end. Oh, please let this have a good ending. Please have a good ending, and it delivered. The last episode of this show, Phantom Planet, mwah, absolutely everything you want in a finale. A good, solid ending. So, yeah, that's what I think about some of the second wave of Nicktoons that came out in the late 90s, early 2000s. What do you guys think? Do you agree or disagree with some of the shows that I talked about? What were some of your favorites? Let me know down in the comments down below what you thought, and if you like this video, then give it a like and maybe even a subscribe too. Anyways, I'm Ninja Greg. You've been watching The Ninja Greg Show. I'll see you next time.